Hello everyone, I'm Claire, Sales Account Manager at Synology. I'm delighted to be here today to share with you how to enhance ransomware resilience through Synology Active Backup. In the wave of digital transformation, data becomes the cornerstone for businesses. With a rapid increase of data volume, it is not only essential to retain data for subsequent analysis, but also to consider its connectivity to the cloud or application in IoT devices. This trend goes on to highlight the importance of effective data management and data protection strategies, which is our highlight for today. Compared to the total data generated throughout the entire year of 2010, there has been a stunning 60-fold increase as of 2023. With the continuous growth of data volume and the ever-evolving methods of cyber attacks, implementing effective cybersecurity measures has become increasingly challenging for IT personnel. Adding to that, statistics show that 83% of enterprises have experienced more than one data breach incident. Each data breach incident involves processes from detection, discovery, post-discovery handling, notification, to aftermath consequences such as the damage to reputation and compensation. On average, these incidents cost $40 million, proving that data breaches not only pose a potential threat, but also result in tangible financial losses for companies once they occur. The causes of data breaches can be categorized into the following 5 points, including configuration errors, hardware or system damage, ransomware attacks, and password leaks. Among them, ransomware attacks have the most significant impact, both monetarily and to subsequent recovery processes. According to statistics, businesses spend an average of $1.8 million to recover data after cyber attack. Even after paying a ransom, it takes at least 10 days, or even more, to resume normal operations. However, in our experience assisting clients with deployment planning, we have found that many businesses often overlook some crucial factors when implementing data backup. First, there's the issue of data silos, as business tools for operations or development often span multiple platforms. Neglecting certain workloads during protection is equivalent to exposing the organization to risk of ransomware attack. Therefore, all data must be included in a comprehensive backup mechanism. As shared earlier, growing data volumes increases the difficulty of securing all these in a manageable cost in terms of time, effort, and budget. Moreover, common ransomware attack methods involve encrypting an organization's original data while simultaneously deleting existing backup data. Therefore, the security of enterprise backup data must be maintained with immutability. It should also have the capability to isolate ransomware directly in the network or physical environment, ensuring that the organization always has a clean and restorable copy of data. Next, when an organization falls victim to ransomware attacks, the primary goal is to ensure continuous operations. This involves 2 key aspects: time and flexibility. To minimize downtime, achieving instant recovery is crucial to shorten the recovery time objective, or RTO. Additionally, considering that ransomware often targets a single platform, backups should have cross-platform, cross-hypervisor restoration capabilities to mitigate risks associated with recovery. Finally, as the complexity of an enterprise IT environment increases, many organizations rely on native protection mechanisms for backup. However, managing this complexity can lead to human errors, creating vulnerabilities for ransomware attacks. Therefore, backups need to have a centralized management capability, coupled with data visibility, enabling the monitoring of all backups in the environment to ensure smooth operations. In response to this, we recommend these best practices for an effective ransomware recovery plan. Starting from the source data, spanning multiple platforms, all need to be securely protected. Additionally, the security of data backed up and assurance of on-demand data retrieval is vital. Lastly, all these elements should be managed on a single centralized platform, minimizing IT personnel's workload. First, let's start with data backup. A comprehensive IT infrastructure in an enterprise undoubtedly operates across platforms and is distributed in various file formats across endpoints. For example, most individuals use personal computers running on Windows, engineers may use Linux, and enterprise services may run on physical servers or virtual machines using VMware or Hyper-V. With the rising trend of cloud, many utilize platforms such as Microsoft 365 or Google Workspace for collaboration. Through Synology Data Protection, the Active Backup Suite, whether your data resides on local physical or virtual endpoints, or even in distant clouds like Microsoft 365 or Google Workspace, you can centralize your backups through a single portal. Synology's backup mechanism employs incremental backups technology, which helps enterprises save bandwidth. First, we utilize full system backups, taking snapshots based on image files. After the initial backup is completed, we then do incremental backup, meaning that every subsequent backup will swiftly detect and only backup the modified files. This not only reduces the amount of data transmitted, but also accelerates the backup process. As new virtual machines and SaaS accounts are continually introduced into your environment, Synology Active Backup stays vigilant, proactively extending its protective mantle to these newly added assets. With automated onboarding, this solution ensures data generated by these fresh resources remains safeguarded. When it comes to data backup, the most comprehensive protection is undoubtedly to meet the 3-2-1 golden backup strategy, and Synology can help you with that. 3-2-1 backup means that you are recommended to have at least 3 copies of data running on 2 different media with 1 copy stored off-site. This ensures that even if the local backup is compromised or encrypted due to ransomware, disaster recovery can still be achieved through the off-site backup, guaranteeing the availability of backup data and meeting the goal of uninterrupted business operations. The first step involves protection of data in the cross-platform environment. This includes the data from local physical machines, virtual machines, or cloud-based platforms like Microsoft 365 and Google Workspace. All of these data can be easily backed up to the Synology's backup server, providing your business with a second set of data. In the event of an unexpected incident, immediate restoration can be performed, ensuring continuous business operations. To add on, businesses can achieve the goal of a secondary backup through Synology's built-in backup technologies, hyper backup, and snapshot replication. You can choose from a variety of destinations from on-premise to cloud, be it Synology's very own public cloud, Synology C2, third-party cloud storage spaces such as AWS or Azure, or replicate immutable snapshots to a remote Synology backup server. This ensures a third copy of the data is kept remotely, with both restorability and disaster recovery capabilities. Here I'd like to share with you a real case study featuring Toyota. Toyota, as everybody probably knows, is a leading Japanese automotive manufacturer that produces approximately 10 million vehicles annually, holding the title of the world's largest automotive producer. As their production scale grows, so does their need for data. With their IT systems capacity reaching hundreds of terabytes, the expansion has become a significant financial burden. To ensure continuous factory operation and data protection against threats like ransomware, Toyota sought a comprehensive disaster recovery solution. They required centralized VM backups with secondary backups to remote servers for business continuity. Hence, they chose Synology. As seen in the diagram, they made use of Active Backup for Business to pull in data from the entire 80 terabyte virtual machine cluster to a centralized SA3410 NAS. Then, Toyota added another layer of protection as offsite backup using snapshot replication. Under this setup, they were able to achieve the 3-2-1 backup principle, and ultimately, Synology's backup solution offered them a simplified management solution. Compared to their previous backup setup involving various hardware, software, and time-consuming maintenance, Toyota achieved substantial savings of up to 75% in the overall total cost of protecting their diverse enterprise workloads. After securing backups, ensuring the accuracy and availability of backup data is an even more critical concern. The purpose of our backups is definitely not just to have an additional copy of data, but to guarantee that data can be retrieved after a loss. Synology incorporates its storage expertise into ensuring the integrity of the data. Through the validation of BTRFS, combined with RAID technology, it can automatically detect static data corruption and actively initiate repairs. This serves as the first line of defense in ensuring the backup and restorability of data within utmost reliability. Additionally, through the built-in snapshot replication feature, backup data can be periodically captured in immutable snapshots. With Worm, Write Once Read Many technology, backup data stored in shared folders can be programmed to be unalterable. Even system administrators, including those with the highest level root privileges, cannot edit or delete them. This secure storage of immutable snapshots and immutable copies of data ensures tamper-proof backups, serving as a second checkpoint for restorability. Furthermore, after the device backup, Synology's built-in hypervisor will automatically run a VM to start the backed up device. In addition to automatically recording the startup process as a video for documentation, it will also schedule the video to be sent to IT personnel to ensure the availability of the backup data, serving as the third checkpoint for data restorability. Finally, Synology NAS supports Active Directory and LDAP, as well as SAML 2.0, allowing organizations to implement multi-factor authentication to enhance the security of your backup server. In the unfortunate event of an attack, we can ensure that restorability of enterprise data and retrieve it as needed. With the built-in hypervisor on Synology backup server mentioned earlier, businesses can regularly conduct restoration drills. This serves the purpose of meeting audit requirements and ensuring the restorability of all backup data without affecting the production site. During restoration, detailed file-level restoration can be done through an intuitive restoration portal, allowing employees to download the required folders or files via self-service. We also provide bare metal restoration, and in event of disaster, the system and applications can be fully restored, recovering the most critical elements in the work environment. Cross-hypervisor restoration is also supported. When a service interruption occurs, data from a physical or virtual machine can be instantly restored to VMware or Hyper-V. In just a few minutes, the previously running service can be quickly restarted, minimizing downtime and meeting the enterprise's best target restoration time. And finally, under such comprehensive protection, our solution significantly reduces the burden on IT personnel in terms of selection, operation, and management. To achieve optimum backup architecture and ransomware recovery plan, various aspects like software functionalities, storage technologies, or hardware specifications all need to be considered. Each major item can further branch out into different elements as seen here. Additionally, dealing with multiple vendors becomes a challenging task. For instance, a backup software needs to be paired with the corresponding storage device to maximize performance and capacity. Fortunately, all of these challenges can be overcome by relying on one unified solution: the Synology Backup Server. A single backup server that combines both storage technology and backup software functionality, equipped with the corresponding hardware specifications. In addition to this, our built-in backup software is web-based, allowing MIS personnel to manage it seamlessly on both Windows and Mac OS platforms. Furthermore, we support a management interface of up to 22 languages for easy adoption. At the software functionality, we support the same features as other industry vendors, from deduplication, immutability, backup verification, and more. However, there is one key difference. That is the cost. The implementation cost of Synology Data Protection Solution is only about 20% of these vendors on average, bringing you 80% savings. With our offering, we strive to enable all organizations to achieve the best practices of ransomware recovery at the most bang for your buck. Our customer SK Shipping in Korea is a prime example. SK Shipping, one of the top 10 companies in the industry and a global powerhouse in the supply of crucial natural resources to every corner of the world, they have encountered the difficulty of their previous backup system, incurring a hefty cost of around $6,000 annually. Moreover, the inefficiencies in restoring archived data from tapes proved to be a real headache, putting a strain on IT teams and impacting the organization. Recognizing these challenges, SK Shipping streamlined their operations by deploying a Synology SA3200D as the primary file server, hosting data for over 200 employees, about 50 of which work offsite in 3 locations. In place of tape backup, the company now uses Hyper Backup to create daily backups of data from SA3200D to a separate RS819 unit. Automating this process has eliminated the needs for human intervention, freeing up IT resources and saving the company time and money. SK Shipping has also implemented Synology Snapshot Replication to provide point-in-time backups of shared folders dating back 3 years. As of today, we have saved SK Shipping around $18,000 in annual costs and achieved a stunning 73% reduction in manpower, helping SK Shipping achieve process optimization in data management and ensure continuity of organizational services. Now let me welcome my colleague Zhixi to have a quick demo of how these solutions work.
Let's open the backup portal of Active Backup for Business. On the Overview tab, you can see the number of protected endpoints, backup schedules, storage savings, data transfer, and other relevant information. Here, I want to show you how to quickly set up a backup task for a virtual machine. Since we want to back up a VM, we need to add the hypervisor. You can see that I've already added this hypervisor. Click the Create Task and find the VM that you'd like to back up. Additionally, here you can see the backup verification feature that I mentioned. When enabled, the system will automatically record a video after the backup is completed. IT personnel can use this video to confirm that the backup is available. Finally, when setting a backup schedule, you can choose between manual backup and scheduled backup. It's recommended to set it during off-peak hours to save bandwidth. You can also customize how many versions that you like to retain and refer to advanced retention rules. We already have the recommended values as default, which is quite convenient. Here, you can also assign permissions to other colleagues. From here, you can simply enable the backup. Okay, the VM backup is completed already. Here now I want to show you the record video that we talked about. We come to the versions. There are several successful ones. We click on one of them, find the video icon, and play. Here we can see that those 4 VMs that we have selected to be backed up. In this way, we can verify that the backup is available. Up to this point, we can ensure that the initial backup data is complete and available. However, as I mentioned earlier, having only one backup for a business is far from sufficient. You should have 2 or more backups, and you should be able to perform restoration drills to ensure that the backups is recoverable and achieve fault tolerance in case of unexpected incidents. Next, I will show you how Synology can assist businesses in creating secondary backups for their data and conducting restoration drills without affecting the production site or backup operations. First, a quick reminder about replication. Since you are replicating data from one NAS to another, both the source NAS and the target NAS should have snapshot replication installed already. Let me show you the VM that I've already backed up. You can see all the data on the VM is stored in the share folder of the ABB. Now we are going to replicate this backup task. I've already replicated the data to the NAS at our branch office to save our time. Click the create that I just did, enter the IP and the admin credentials for the branch NAS. We choose a storage space where you want to store the data and select the share folder for a replication. Then we follow the wizard. By clicking Done, you can easily create a replication task. After replication is complete, suppose one day that the NAS at our headquarters is damaged due to an earthquake. How can we ensure that the backed up VMs can be restored? I will now show you how to perform a restoration drill. First, we can simulate a failover on the branch NAS. Open the snapshot replication on the branch NAS, find the share folder that we replicated, and we click on Action. You can see several options here. Failover is available upon the source is failed, or you can choose Force failover. Now I want to show you a test failover. We click it, and then the process will begin. Now we come to the HQ NAS. We can see that the test failover is in progress, meaning that the relationship between the source NAS and the target NAS has no problem. Test failover creates a copy of the folder containing backups for testing, which you can use for disaster drills without affecting normal operations. To allow ABB to access the backup data, the second step is to remount the folder. We come to ABB, we come to the storage tab, and we click on relink. Then we do it by finding the folder where you want to execute the failover to. Then we go to the VM tab. Then you will see the VM and the backup tests. This also shows that the backup tests continue even before the NAS is repaired. Now we can click on the Restored. then we can choose to restore it to Synology's VMM, which ensures the recoverability of the VM without affecting the hypervisor at the production site. We follow the wizard. You can do some configurations here, including network and management permissions. Then we click Done. Okay, it may take some time to import, but it should not be long. Besides VM restoration, VMM can also serve as a secure sandbox environment for business development and testing. It can protect your physical hosts from malicious attacks. Right. After the import is complete, to turn on the VM. Now we click Connect. And you'll see that the VM is up and running. That's it for the demo, and now let's go back to the presentation.
Finally, after all this information, how should businesses like yourself plan for implementation? Just follow these 3 simple steps. First, test the backup software features. Then, identify your backup requirements. And lastly, pick a server model. Through these 3 steps, you can gain a better understanding of whether the Synology Active Backup Server aligns with your budget, meeting your functional needs, and is also worth considering for purchase. To test the backup features, you may utilize our website's online free trial. Here's a look at the trial link, which is available on our official website. Once you've entered this web page, you can go to the Package Center and try out the built-in backup software that comes with the Synology Backup Server, or the NAS, as shown in the red box. During this process, you can fully operate and experience our backup software, doing things such as adding devices, tasks, checking logs, and more. Once you've confirmed that this solution meets your need for backup and restoration, you may move on to further assess the organization's internal requirements for backup deployment. This evaluation includes considerations such as assessing the size of source data intended for backup, determining the backup frequency based on the RPO strategy, whether it's a once a day or every hour, or the expected number of versions you would like to retain, or the number of days backup should be preserved. Based on the aforementioned requirement identification, you can choose the most suitable model for your use case. Synology offers a variety of models to cater to different needs, including 2-bay, 4-bay, 1U, 2U, and various form factors. This table shows a rough recommendation based on company size or data volume. You may get in touch with our local partners for more detailed planning. Following these 3 steps mentioned above, you can choose the backup deployment that best fits the needs of your company or organization. Thank you all for participating today. We hope that the content we shared will assist you in implementing a comprehensive ransomware recovery plan for your organization. Should you have immediate needs, please feel free to reach out to our partners on the QR code for further consultation.